Okay, hi everyone. My name is Megan and I'm with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. For those of you that are tuning in today, I'm sure you were probably on last week and you saw me last week with my first live workout. So thank you if you came last week. Congratulations if you're here again today. Shows some commitment, that's awesome. So we're gonna do a little bit of a workout today. We're gonna start with a warm up, okay? Kind of similar to last week, and then we're gonna explore some eye-hand coordination, some core work, and a little bit of shoulder work, and some posterior chain work. Okay, so before we get started, for those of you that are just tuning in, I'll give you a minute to go get some equipment. So we're gonna use a dowel. Okay, so this is just you could use a broomstick. If you have a kid that plays hockey, you could use a hockey stick. Some of you are dragon boat paddlers. You can use your dragon boat paddle. Okay, so this would be one. Okay, and then two is going to be, it can be a ball. I realize some of you may not have something like this at home, but if you do have like a basketball, just a small like children's ball or a dog ball. Otherwise, you can hold like a water bottle or a soup can, or like a grapefruit works really well. It doesn't really need to be super heavy, okay? So try and find something like that. Don't worry so much about the shape, okay? And then the last thing I'd like you to get is some type of band. So if you do have like a TheraBand, I suggest just grabbing the lightest one that you have, okay? So this is really light. Length doesn't matter so much. Just grab what you have. If you don't have a band and you wanna tune in, if you have any like women's stretchy pants or tights, or a leotard, or like a bathing suit, anything like stretchy works really well. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to go get that. And then we are going to start, okay? Mend mobile kinesiology. Awesome, thanks for tuning in. It's great. Okay, so a couple seconds and then we'll start. When we start for the warm up, I'm gonna push back so that you guys can see what my body's doing. Just a note for those of you that might be ambulatory or standing, all of this can be done standing, but I want you to feel stable. So if you are someone that uses walking crutches or a walker, feel free to do the standing, but keep that walker there, or maybe plop yourself next to a chair or like your table in the kitchen so that you have something to hold on to, okay? Otherwise, this is completely fine to do seated. I myself am going to do it seated today, okay? And you get a lot of other benefits from doing it seated if you have the option. So don't feel like you're not doing enough if you sit down, if you can actually stand, okay? So here we go. I'm going to push this back. You're just going to follow along, okay? And oh, I do encourage all of you to, if you have any questions or comments, no matter where we are in this workout, feel free to type it in the chat box and I will answer it as we go along. Okay, if you're busy working out and we're doing stuff, don't worry, I'm gonna save time. Okay, we're gonna take little breaks in between, and I'm gonna save some time at the end so that you can ask questions and I'll answer. Okay, so starting up, okay, we're gonna start with some shoulder rolls. So we're gonna come forward. Okay, and 2, and 3. Good, nice and big. 6. Good. Okay, 10, and then we go the other way. So now we go back. Okay, my arms are just hanging. So it's all in the shoulders. And 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, now we're gonna look to the right. Look, and center, and you're gonna look to the left. And center, right? Warming up the neck. And over. Good. Nice. 2 more. Over. Just nice and easy. If you have any rods in your back, just take notice. Some of this might not work for you. Just do what you can. Okay, so now we're going to tip up. Just a gentle tip and down. And up. Okay, 4 more. Last one. Okay, now we're gonna do tip. So you're gonna try and tilt your ear to your shoulder. Okay, and notice how my chin is staying facing you. Okay, so a lot of times we get this and the chin gets turned because this can get really tight. So really make sure that your chin is staying forward and we're just tipping an ear and then up. Good. This is really good to do. If you're not looking at me, you can try this in the mirror. Good to really check that alignment because the body isn't going to want to go where it's really tight. And that's where we want to go. Okay. Awesome. Okay, 4 more. And 3 and 4. Good. Okay, we're going to do our first reach up. So we're going to reach up, leaning over, and then we're going to pull something down from the ceiling. And we switch. Reach and pull down from the ceiling. And reach and pull. Good. Reach. Good. 4 more. Okay. And Nora loves this because she's working from home. Awesome. This is a really good break from when you're sitting at home, maybe probably at a computer. So glad you're tuning in. Get some movement while you're at the computer. All right, now we're going to reach the arms out. Can't see my hands, but my fingers are really spread. Okay, so we're here. And then you're going to give yourself a big hug. Okay, and switch. Here. And switch. Good. 4. And 5, 6. Typically, I do 10 of everything in warm up, okay? So if you ever want to repeat this later, or I think this gets posted, so you can always do this another day. Okay, awesome. So now we're going to hold, and we're going to just turn to one side. Okay, and then switch. And switch. Really hug yourself tight. Switch. And switch. Okay, and now we're going to switch the top arm and do it again. Switch. 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 And switch. And switch. Good. 2 more. Switch. And switch. Nice. Okay, we're going to do a version of a cat-cow. So if you have a low heart rate, if you're a higher level injury, move really slow when we do this, okay? Because what we don't want to do is get dizzy, okay? But I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So we're going to roll down, we're going to tuck our chin, and we're going to roll all the way down. Okay, so we're getting a nice big rounded back. Okay, then from there, you're going to lift up, and you're going to take your hands behind you, and you're going to lift your heart to the ceiling. Okay, and you're going to look up. Okay, and then we do that again. So we round in the spine. So tuck the chin down. And then we're coming eyes to the sky, shoulder blades in your back pockets, heart to the ceiling. Okay, moving nice and slow. Okay, 2 more. Rounding down. Okay, and then slowly roll up, hands behind, eyes to the sky. Okay, 1 more. Rolling all the way down, tucking that chin. Coming all the way up, eyes to the sky, hands behind, tip. And awesome, good. All right, we're gonna bring our elbows into our ribs. Okay, so elbows are in, okay, fingers are forward. We're gonna bring and open the arms out 1. Okay, then we're gonna come up 2. And then back down 3. And then in 4. Okay, so a little coordination for you. Okay, so we're here 1. Okay, notice how my elbows are high, so it's like a table. Okay, 2, they stay up. Down and down. Good. And open. Open, down, and down. And again, 4. And open. Good. You guys should start probably feeling a little bit warm by now. And 6. Nice. 7. And this is 8. And 9. Good. And again, last time. And up. Awesome. Okay, let's do some wrist work. So we're just going to bring up one hand and we're going to do some nice big wrist circles. 2. Okay. And 3. 4. 5. So we're warming up all the joints. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then reversing it. Same arm. 2. 3. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. 4. And 5. So we don't want to forget about the rest of our posture just because we're doing something else, right? It's not in our torso. And 10. Good. Shake out that arm. Okay, other side. Starting outward, inward, sorry. 1. And 2. 3. And 4. We have a few more viewers now. Welcome. And 7. We're just doing warm up right now. 8. 9. And 10. Other way. 1. 2. And 3. And 4. Good. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And this is 10. Good. Shake that out. All right. So I hope you guys are warm. We are going to get your dowel. Okay. So if you just joined in, we need a dowel. So it can be, mine's just literally a dowel. It's a cut from Home Hardware. If you have a hockey stick, a broomstick works. It doesn't need to be this short, okay? It can be whatever you'd like. It can be a paddle, okay, if you're one of the dragon boat ladies joining. Okay, so I'll wait 30 seconds. Also make sure you have water handy, and then we're gonna get started with a tricep. So we're gonna be doing 3 exercises back to back, okay? So get ready. If anyone has any questions while we go, feel free to type it in the chat. Comments, love hearing comments, okay? And if you guys have any other questions or anything after this, you can visit my website, oceanrehabandfitness.com, or you can look me up on Facebook and join the private group, Ocean Rehab and Fitness, where I post a lot of really cool goodies every week, okay? Okay, so in 30 seconds, hoping everyone has their dowel. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just an overhead, okay? So you can hold the dowel at any width you'd like, okay? If you feel you have tight shoulders, we're going to hold it wider, okay? So starting here, nothing's too wide, okay? And the goal with this is to try and keep the elbows as straight as we can. So we're going to start with the dowel right out in front, okay? We're going to press it right up overhead, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So you can see here how this gap is really big. Okay, and then we're going to bring it all the way down, all the way to your lap. Okay, and then we go back up. Lift, and then up. Awesome. Okay, if you know you have tight neck and you know there's a lot going on in here, make sure that you're keeping your focus down. We have a tendency when we lift the arms to lift the focus. Okay, so keep your focus down as you lift your arms. Okay, this is 4. And down. Okay, 5. And down. And 6. And good, we're going to 10. Okay, so a little stretch for the shoulders, might be a little work for your shoulders. That's okay. Good. 8. 9. Okay, one more. And 10. and down. Awesome, good. Okay, from there, we're gonna do a rotation, okay? So I'm gonna move this down. Hands are gonna be out in front. We actually did this one last week, okay? And I want you to think like your belly button is attached to the dowel. So we're gonna rotate, but we're only gonna go as far as our torso can go. So I'm not gonna rotate like this, okay? I'm gonna keep the dowel in front of my belly button, okay, right here. So we rotate, twist, so it's not very far, and then back. And then we go the other way, twist, and then back. Okay, so we're working those rotational core muscles. Really important. If we over twist, we're not gonna get that same effect. Okay, if you are higher level injury and you're like, I don't have core muscles. Well, you actually do have some, right? If you're able to come in on this workout, you do have some. So we're gonna do our best, right? It doesn't even need to be that much movement. We just want to think of that mind-muscle connection. So you're imagining what you want to have happen, okay? That's really important. Okay, you're doing awesome. This is 10 each side. Okay, push. Okay, and we're breathing. We're staying nice and tall. Feeling those rotational trunk muscles working. Good. Okay, 4 more each side. And 2. And 3, and 4. Good, rest. Okay, that was our 2. So now we're gonna do a third. Ooh, more viewers, awesome. So if you're a new viewer, we're just using the dowel right now. Get in a little bit of a core tricep, okay? So now, I'll just come down here so you guys can see my hands. So now we're gonna bring the dowel above our head. Okay, so it's that same position we just ended in, but now I want you to tip and then come back. And then we're gonna lower and then come up. Tip, lower, and up. Nice. Tip. Okay, notice how the gap between my ears and my arms is not changing. Okay, so this is what I don't want, right? See how I stayed upright? We want the whole torso to tip. Good. This isn't 10 each side, okay? Don't worry. Nice, 3 more, tip. And tip. Okay, if you're slower than me, that's okay. Tip, this requires a lot of core and some balance work. Last one, and relax. Awesome, good. Okay, so that's our tricep. So we did our overhead, okay, and then we did our rotation, and then we did up, tip, bring it down, okay? So we're gonna do all of that again. Okay, so get water and fire me some questions or comments if you have any for those that just came on. Make sure you guys are getting enough water, okay? Okay, starting again in 20 seconds. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start back with your overhead. Okay, so nice and tall, here we go. So this is our second round, okay? 10 each time. And up, and down. Good. Five, you're halfway. This is 8. Okay, good, staying nice and tall in that torso. And relax, good. Okay, now we're gonna do our rotation. So dowel is here, okay? Arms don't have to be extended. They can be slightly bent in the elbow, okay? Something is holding the dowel to our belly button, so we're only gonna rotate as far as the belly button can go. And back, good. Switch. 3. This is 10 each side. Exhale as you rotate. And exhale as you rotate, inhale. If your breathing doesn't match mine, that's okay, just try and breathe. Good. Okay, you're halfway, we're almost there. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Nice, do your best. Remember, it's not about how far you move in your rotation, it's about feeling that connection. Okay, last 5. This is 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and this is 5. Good. Okay, ready for our last one. So bring this up. Okay, so we're here, we're gonna lift. Okay, we're gonna tip, tip, and then we come back, and that's 1. Tip, tip, and that's 2. Good. 3, and up. 4. Okay, so it's 5. And 6. 7. Last 3. Shoulders might be getting tired. Keep going. Try and get the dowel right above your head. 1 more. And down. Awesome. Good job, you guys. Okay, take a little break. That was our first tricep. So we're going to be done with the dowel. Okay, so you can put that away. Get some water. And then we're going to use the ball next. So whether you have, scoot you guys in. So whether you have a ball or a grapefruit or, I mean, round is better, but if you do have like a soup can or something that would work, it doesn't need to weigh anything though. It's actually better to be light. So this ball weighs like nothing. It can even be like a lacrosse ball or something, okay? Just something to be able to hold in the palm of your hand like this, okay? So I'll give you guys another minute, get everyone to gather this. And if you just came in after the ball, we're gonna be using a band. So if you have some type of band, that would be good. Or stretchy pants work, a bathing suit, leotard, anything, okay? Doesn't need to be super long either. If you have options of bands, which I know some of you do, Nicole, you might, make sure that you have the lightest band, okay? All right, any questions, any comments, feel free to put them in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you are watching this and you're not a part of the Disability Foundation personal training pilot study yet, we do have room for 1 more person. So if you get on that real quick, it's going to be on their Facebook page. The link is there. All you need to do is fill out the survey and I'll send you the information for that pilot study because it actually starts today. So we just need 1 more spot to fill it and it's free. Free 3 months online one-on-one coaching with me and some amazing kinesiology students. And you also get 2 TheraBands sent to you, okay? So it's an awesome opportunity. All right, so we're probably ready to start. So we're gonna do a little bit of an eye-hand coordination. So this is really good for anybody that wants to work on maybe their core and balance if they have a higher level injury. If they maybe don't wear a chest strap if you do this. And then it's good for anyone that is ambulatory. And this can help with your eye coordination when you're walking. It can help with the coordination in building up the coordination, which is part of the cerebellum in your brain. Okay, and this can really help with when you're walking on an uneven surface, or if you're going upstairs, going downstairs, if we catch ourselves walking with crutches, whatever. This is really good for that coordination, okay? And if you're seated, like I said, this is gonna be really good for finding your balance point, okay? So we're gonna get something light, okay? So I'm using the light ball. Okay, and you're gonna just have it out in your hands like this, okay? So I'm gonna be taking my eyes and placing them on the ball the whole time, okay? So as I do that, I'm gonna let the ball go into one hand and I'm gonna try and follow it all the way to my side without letting myself tip, okay? So if you are standing, make sure that you're near something with support, okay? So I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna let my arms stay out and I'm just gonna watch the ball. Okay, and I'm watching it all the way to the side. Okay, and I'm not changing anything in my torso. And then I'm coming back, looking only at the ball, and then I'm putting it into the other hand. Okay, so we twist, or rotate, I should say. Okay, so that arm's abducting up to the side. And then we bring it back. I'm only looking at the ball and then back to center, okay? So if you are doing this and you're looking at me like this is really easy in terms of finding balance, okay? It's when we look at the object with our eyes moving. That's the challenge, okay? So we're gonna do 10, okay? 10 passes. And I challenge you to only look at the ball. Okay, here we go. So 1. Okay, and you can move as slow as you'd like. Okay. So keeping that balance while your focus stays on that object. Okay. The slower you move, it might be a little easier, but it's going to be a little more challenging for your shoulders. Okay, so you can decide where your challenge is going to be. This is 6. Okay, good. Keep going. Try and hold those arms up. Here we go. We're over halfway. Okay, still looking at that ball. Two. Good, you guys. If your arms get tired, you can bring them down and just come right back up. Okay, shoulders might be burning. 3. Okay, good. Try and keep the ball at chest height. 4. And 5. Awesome. And bring it back, relax. Good. My eyes were going off a little bit because I was seeing if anyone was making comments. But I hope that went well. Okay, shake out those arms. Okay, and we're going to set that with a wood chop. Okay, we did this last week. So we're going to be taking exactly the object that you had, and we're going to be thinking of hitting something right up here by our ear. Okay, and after that, we're going to make a chop motion and hit something down at my hip. So I'll move this down slightly. Okay, so we're going to be hitting something down here and then up here. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do this. We can do it nice and smooth, like I'm showing you, where I try and stay still in my torso. Okay, so I'm not getting any movement from my torso. So if I'm sitting or standing, we're not getting any spinal flexion and extension. We're keeping it nice and still. So if I'm facing sideways, you can see how I'm not really moving here. Okay, so that's one way to do it. If you have a heavier weight or you're new at this, I recommend you doing it that way. Okay, if you're an athlete this is an exercise that you do or you feel like you have a pretty strong core, okay, we're going to be adding in a little bit more power to it. So you're going to be coming here, and then it's like you're going to hit whatever is down at my hip really hard, okay, without changing your torso. So we don't want to get this. We don't want to fall forward, okay? So we're here, tap, bring it up, tap. Okay, so there's those 2 versions. I'm going to do the slow version with you, and we're going to up our reps on this. We're going to do 15 on one side, so here, and then we're going to switch and go to the other side, okay? All of these exercises I'm doing, by the way, are all found on Ocean Insider Club, which is the online subscription that, for those of you doing the pilot study, if you guys like any of these exercises, they are in there, and if you need to catch the name of it, just shoot it in the chat and I'll write it out so that you can just search it in the bar and you don't have to scroll through all the exercises to find it, okay? All of these will be on there. Okay, here we go. Wood chop. for 15. Good. Okay, this is 10, last 5. 3. This is 4. And 5. And down. Good. Okay, other side. Here we go. Up. Okay, take notice if your sides feel different in any way, whether it's the shoulders, okay, or maybe it's easier to get up to that, above that ear on one side than the other. Maybe they feel the same. Okay. Good. Okay, last 5. Good, 2 more. And down. Awesome. Good. Okay. We're gonna go do those 2 again. Whew. So starting with the eye-hand coordination. Okay, so get some water. Okay, I'll give you guys a couple minutes. If there's anyone new that just came in, grab something light. It can be a ball, it can be a piece of fruit, it can be a soup can if you want to challenge your, maybe like a tuna can or something kind of light. But just something that we can hold in the palm of our hand. Okay, 30 seconds and then we'll do this again. Okay, water is really important. Make sure you guys are drinking water. Okay, any questions I'd love to answer, just put them through in the chat. Okay, we've got a few viewers right now, it's good. Okay, and just a reminder, this video is up later, so you guys can always go back and watch this later. You can do this workout not just on Thursday, you can do it on any other day. Okay, okay, here we go. So we're starting again with the eye-hand coordination. Okay, here we go. So looking only at your ball. Tempo is up to you. And switch. So feeling that balance point, trying to stay nice and solid. It's 4. If you're not on my tempo, that's okay. Do your best. I'd rather you slow it down and maybe not do as many as me and try and really work on that eye-hand coordination, okay? Okay. We're halfway already. Eight. Good, 2 more. And this is 10. Relax. Awesome, good. Give your arms a little bit of a shake. Okay, now we'll go into our wood chop. So I'm gonna challenge you, if you did the first set with me, I want you to start with the wood chop side that felt more challenging. Okay, so if one side didn't feel quite as good or strong, let's start with that side first, okay? So for me, I'm gonna start on this side. Okay, here we go. $15, okay? Remember to keep the torso nice and still. Notice how my elbows are bent. Okay, it's okay to have bent elbows. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Okay, other side. Here we go. 7, 8. Good. Over halfway. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Good. Okay, we're done with the ball. So you can put that away. Okay, and the next piece of equipment we're going to do use is your band. Okay, so if you have a TheraBand already, grab your lightest one. If you don't, you can use scrunchy, like some stretchy pants, bathing suit. It can be a different band too. It doesn't need to be TheraBand. It can be the ones with the handles if you have that. It can be the monster bands if any of you have those. Or if you don't have a band, you can also just do this without a band. It's not a problem, okay? Some of this actually you may not need a band, depending on how your shoulders are, okay? So we're gonna superset 2 exercises together, because that's what we've been doing, okay? And these are gonna work really important parts of the shoulders, okay? So a lot of the external rotators that we typically don't get to work when we're either using crutches or wheeling a wheelchair, okay? So if you do feel tight in your shoulders, or when you do this with the band, even if you have a light band, if it's just not working, just take the band away and I'll show you both versions, okay? We're gonna do the version with the band and without, and then you can decide what's best for you, okay? So get your water, okay, and we'll start in 30 seconds. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to chime in. Reminder that we'll be doing this for another few Thursdays, noon Thursday, okay? So if you like this today, we'll be doing something slightly different next week and then something different the next week. So I'd love you to join in, okay? All right, so getting your bands ready. So this first exercise we're going to do is going to be an external rotation for your shoulders, okay? So what we want to do at the beginning of the workout, we did a warm up, okay, where I got you to have your elbows in at your ribs, okay? We're not going to quite do this, but it's that first position. This is really important. So I want you to have those elbows in at the ribs, okay? And the shoulders are back, okay? So I'm cutting my face off right now because I want you guys to see what my arms are doing, okay? So we're here and we're going to have the palms up, okay? So even here, if you find this is too much for that forearm, you're just going to keep the hands neutral, okay? But if you can, let's flip them. Okay, so elbows are in, chest is long. So you want to think of your collarbone being really big. Okay, and from there, we're going to open up the hands and keep the elbows in at the ribs and then back in. Okay, lower this a little bit more. So we're here, we're going to open it up, okay, and then back in. So what I don't want to see is this. I don't want to see this happen, okay? The elbows have to stay glued, and then we're here. Okay, so we're here and then here. Okay, so now that you see my hands, so now that's the version 1 without the band. So this is enough. And you're going to think of externally rotating back, feel those shoulder blades squeezing, and then back. Okay, so that's version 1. Version 2 is using the band. So if you have grip, you can just hold like this. If you have grip issues, I suggest making a loop like this. And you can always put it around your hand like this, okay? Or if you can't do a loop and you have a band right now, you can also just jimmy it like this, okay? So 3 options, okay? So we're here, I'll just show this way. Okay, so palms are up. You're gonna have a little bit of space in the middle with the band, and you're gonna externally rotate, get those thumbs back, squeeze, elbows stay close to the ribs, and then right back where we were, okay? And then we do that again. Squeeze, and then back. Good. Squeeze and then back. Okay, 15. With or without the band. Okay, you guys work to your own limits, whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't mean you're doing less if you don't use the band. Okay. And 9. Good. This is 10. Squeeze. If you feel like you can't get any movement on it like this, it might be too tight, so just loosen it up, because we do want to get those arms out, or the hands out. Okay, last 3. And 3. Good. Awesome. Okay, so this next one is going to be a bow and arrow. Okay, so I call this bow and arrow. We're going to be having our hands as if we're holding a bow and arrow. So no band to start. So one hand is going to be out, okay? And I'm going to have this other hand out with it, okay? This palm is down. I don't care what this hand is doing, okay? So this palm is down. And it's like I'm pulling like a bow and arrow that I'm going to shoot. So I pull and then bring it back forward, okay? Pull and bring it back forward. Okay, really important with this one is to look at what my elbow is doing. Okay, we have a tendency to do this and pull down, okay? I need to shoot straight across. So see, it's like my arm is on a table, right? That's what I want, okay? So we pull and then back. Pull and then back, okay? If you want to use the band, you're going to hold the band in the other hand or have it like this, okay? And then you can either just hold this end or you can just wrap, okay, whatever fits. And we're going to have it out here. And then you're going to do the same move, but you're actually just going to have tension on it now. And then back. And back. Good. Okay, for 15. Keeping that elbow up. 5. Okay. 6. So you'll notice some of you might not even need tension on this. Okay, so if the band isn't working for you, you can get rid of it. This is 9, 10, last 5. Staying nice and tall, keeping that chest lifted. And 4. And 5. Awesome. Okay. So for that one, we now have another side. Okay. So you'll just turn. Just going to switch my hands. Okay. So holding the band in one hand. Okay. Holding it with the other hand. This time I'll just hold it like normal. Okay. So we're out, arm across. Okay. And you're going to pull and then back to where it was. Okay. And we're keeping that elbow nice and high. And 3. Okay, and if you feel like you need more tension on the band, feel free to grab it closer to your other hand or take it away. It's up to you. Okay, these are called sword pulls. So if you're using the subscription, okay, I kind of interchange these. Bow and arrow, sword pull, it's kind of like you're pulling a sword, okay? This is 10, last 5. Ooh, and my band broke. Keep going. And 2. So that'll happen sometimes if your band is too light. And 3, I need a heavier band. And 4, and that's 5. Good, awesome. Whew. All right, take a break. Okay, let your arms rest, shake them out a little bit. Get some water. I want to do this one more time with you guys, and then we're gonna do questions, okay? So water, and then one more round with these two. I hope you all are doing okay. We have a few viewers, some people checking in. How you doing, Nicole? Hope you're doing okay. Very challenging. Yes, today's a little bit more challenging. So whenever you superset things like that, so when we're doing exercises back to back, typically you want to I mean, you can do it both ways. You can do 2 exercises that are opposite muscles, which you'll find in the subscription, Nicole. A lot of times if there's supersets in there, it's telling you to do like a push and a pull, or like anterior, posterior. But in these workouts right now that I'm doing, we're supersetting similar muscles, some of the same muscle groups. So it is very challenging. But this is good. It's Thursday. We need to work hard. It's Thursday. Okay, here we go. So grabbing your band or not. Okay, my band's gonna be a lot tighter now because I broke it. Here we go. So I'll move this down so you guys can see. Okay, palms are up and we squeeze, keep those elbows in at the ribs and then back. 2. Okay, for 15. 3. Staying nice and tall. 5. Okay, we're hitchhiking our thumbs away. 8. 9, good. 14, one more. 15, good. Okay, now we're doing sword pulls. So same thing, I want you guys to pick the side that was your non-dominant side. So you're gonna start on the side that feels more challenging, okay? For me, it's this side, probably because I snapped a band. Felt more challenging. Okay, here we go. Actually, this one's longer. Okay, so holding it out, elbow up. Okay, here we go. Pull, and then back across. Okay, so sword pulls. 2. And 3 for 15 reps. Okay, if on your own, if 15 reps is too much, you guys can cut it down. Could be 10. I just wanted to give you guys, I have a lot of energy today, so we're doing a little bit higher rep scheme. 5. And 6, good. And 7, okay, once again, if it's too fast, you go your own tempo, not a problem. And 10, good, last 5. Focusing on form is a lot more important than your speed. Don't feel like you have to rush through anything, okay? And that's what's the beauty about this video is it's posted, so you can always do it later and you can pause it if I'm going too fast, and you can just do it on your own time, okay? All right, other side, last time. Here we go. And 2. And 3. Good. Feel that shoulder blade rolling across your back as you pull. So we're getting that squeeze behind that shoulder. Keeping the elbow up. Okay, last 5 here. And 2. And 3. 4. And 5. Awesome. Good job, you guys. All right. So that's the workout for today. Okay, so all of those exercises you can find on my programs online. If you are already in the subscription, you will have access to those. If you don't and you're interested, the Disability Foundation is funding one person to join for 3 months for free, and you even get 2 TheraBands. So you get 2 of these sent to you. You get online coaching with me for 3 months, access to dozens of workouts, exercises, lots of support from some of our assisting kinesiology students, which are fabulous. Yeah, so really great. Everything can be done at home. If you're interested, go to the BMOS site or the Disability Foundation site and you can sign up there. You just fill out the survey. Okay, if you have any questions or comments right now, you can fill it in the chat. I'd be more than happy. I'm going to stay on till 1 o'clock, just before 1, to see if anyone has any questions or comments. Okay, yeah, hopefully you guys all stayed through the whole thing, and yeah, you got to move on a Thursday, which is great. Good to do from home. I'm glad some of you you're working from home. I think someone in there, who was it? Nora was working from home and she came in, and that's awesome. Awesome. Nicole, love the sword pull exercise, is great. Very cool. It's a good one. Okay, and if anybody wants to join the Ocean Rehab and Fitness private page on Facebook, it's a really good resource. I try and post on there once a week with some exercise selections, nutrition, just some community stuff, mental health with respect to exercise and fitness and wellness. You're welcome, Nora. Thanks for joining in. See you next week, hopefully. Okay. So lots of options out there, especially right now since some of our gyms are shut down. I'd like to thank the Disability Foundation for hosting this. This is really cool that they're able to do this. Reaches more people because not everybody is able to get out. So awesome.